Alright guys, so you want to become a full-time RVer. Well, things break along the way. Like when we had the 65-mile-an-hour winds on the way here, it actually broke the sheet metal loose from the bottom of our sealed underbelly, and it actually ripped the sheet metal into pieces here. So now we have a nice big flapping in the wind. So I had to get creative today because I'm not replacing this whole panel because it wraps clear up around and hooks to the side of our camper. That's a lot of sheet metal to replace and quite costly. So I'll show you what I'm going to do to fix it. As you guys can see, there was a bolt in there, and I think it's been repaired once before on this side, and as you see, it's actually ripped right here. Well, the regular bolts that come in here are not going to fit. So what I had to do was reclaim the bolts here, that way, because it's a fine thread, and without trying to locate a hardware store, I have some humongous washers that we're going to slide over, and we're going to put it back in to repair this until I can get somewhere where I can weld this back together. See, as you guys can see, that ripped that all the way apart, and with the wind blowing, it was blowing this stuff clear back down here. What a mess. On a lone, desolate highway in Arizona, ain't nothing out here except for some woodland creatures. So we've arrived to the Thousand Trail RV Resort here in the Arizona, Phoenix area, somewhere around here. I can't remember exactly where we're at. But like I said, us flying by the seat of our pants come back to bite us in the hind end a little bit this time about not having an actual campsite because we're not a 55 and up. Initial thoughts of the Thousand Trail Park. It's a nice park. This is going to be our first time actually utilizing our Thousand Trail membership. So this is all brand new for us. So hopefully we're going to have a good experience with this. But with our Thousand Trails and our Trails Collection membership, that did allow us to get into a 55 and over park, and it allowed us to be here for 2 weeks without actually any additional payment. So we're technically going to camp for 2 weeks for free, so that's always a good thing, and have full hookups. You do get quite a bit in this particular RV park. You get you know, a nice little pad to park your vehicle, a little bit of gravel, you know, the Southwest grass. Pretty roomy site. I was actually very impressed with the room that we actually did get in the site here at this resort. We're not right on top of our neighbor. But initial look of the park and everything's pretty well maintained, you know, very well taken care of. A lot of camp hosts. Some sites are a little closer than others, but you know, everything is still pretty nice, and you know, nice big wide streets, places to maneuver your RV around. Might be a little difficult in certain coaches like so, and big boys like this one here and a few others, but all in all, not too awful bad. Initial thought of this Thousand Trail Park here through the Trails Collection is it's pretty nice, pretty decent area. There's a lot of shopping around here in the area. There is a very secure park. They actually have security guards, and they have security that runs through the park, which is really nice, especially when you're not, you know, real familiar with an area. You don't really know what's going on, and it's kind of a little bit of a peace of mind. But one thing about being in this one here is you do have to carry little ID cards with you specifying that you belong here. So if you get stopped, you must have that on you, and it's got your full name, your registration stuff, and all that good fun stuff like that, so they can identify you and that you're not just somebody who climbed over the wall and in here for up to no good. So that's really nice. But so far so good on the Thousand Trail. Everything looks to be pretty nice. I like the way it worked. We made our Thousand Trail membership work for us this time, and that was very nice. It was a pretty simple, easy process. I just called Thousand Trails and you know, talked to them about the 55 and up park, and what they did was suggest that I called the park and explained to them that we are Thousand Trail members, but we are not 55, and they said, oh, that's no problem, you're a Thousand Trails member. So then what I did was I called back to Thousand Trails and just went ahead and made my reservation through Thousand Trails and let them deal with the park directly, and got our site set up for the allotted amount of time. still learning the process with 1,000 Trails. So this is going to be a video that's going to continue about the 1,000 Trails. My understanding here is that we'll be here for 7 days, and then after the 7 days we have to be, or not 7 days, 14 days, excuse me. We'll be here for 14 days, and then we have to be out of the park for 7 days. And then we can re-register and come back in at a later date, which that's cool. Sometimes you want to break it up, especially if you're going to be in an RV park. You want to break it up, not be in the same one for months on end or whatever, however long you're going to be in an area. You know, you don't want to be in one place for a continuous month. So I think having to leave for 7 days is probably not that bad. But the problem here is there's not a lot of campgrounds that are friendly to people who are under 55. So that may make it a little harder for us to find camping here in the Phoenix, Arizona area. But I guess stay tuned to that. But thanks for joining me on this today, and I'll bring you more information on 1,000 Trails and how that works, and a little bit more information about this park as I get it. I know they got a bunch of activities and like 3 or 4 swimming pools here, a bunch of dog runs, and a lot of different things to do around here for the people in the community. So like I said, with a 1,000 Trail membership, we're still learning as we go as well, but I'll continue to bring you guys as much information as I can obtain about how this park actually works and all that good stuff, and how 1,000 Trails works. And I want to say thanks for hanging out with me today, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you guys know more information about 1,000 Trails, you're a good member for a while, let us know a little bit of the ins and outs in your experience, and help out some of the other viewers here. Leave it in the comments. Every little bit helps. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.